10 minutes. When I finally looked up, the SUV was gone. There were no tire tracks in the dirt. At 1:30 a.m., the scraping started. Scritch, scritch, scritch. It was coming from the air vent right above my head. It sounded like someone was trying to sharpen their fingernails on the inside of the metal grate. I turned my radio to a static-filled rock station and cranked it until my ears hurt. Then came 2 a.m. The man in the yellow vest walked out of the darkness of the tunnel. He moved with a strange, jerky gait, like a puppet on strings. He tapped on the glass. I reached into my pocket, pulled out a Marlboro, and slid it through the tray at the bottom. "Got a light?" he rasped. I kept my eyes locked on his chin. As he reached for the cigarette, I saw his hands out of the corner of my eye. They weren't hands. They were long, pale stalks of bone, sharpened to fine points. That's what the scraping was. "Thanks," he said, and he turned back into the tunnel. I was shaking, but I figured I was almost done. Only 2 hours left. I leaned back and sighed, looking at the window. The reflection of the booth was clear in the dark glass. I saw the desk, the radio, and myself. My reflection was leaning forward. It was grinning so wide that the corners of its mouth reached its ears. It raised a hand with 5 normal fingers, and began to slowly unlock the booth door from the inside. I didn't think. I bolted. I threw the door open and ran out into the freezing downpour. I stood there, drenched to the bone, staring into the booth. My reflection was still inside, standing where I had been, staring at me through the glass with that horrific smile. It looked disappointed. I stayed in the rain until 4 a.m. when Miller showed up. He didn't ask why I was wet. He just looked at the booth, then at me. "Good job," he muttered. "Most people don't make it past the cigarette guy." I quit that morning. I didn't even wait for my paycheck. But now, every time I look in a mirror, my reflection is just a second too slow to follow my movements. And sometimes, when it's quiet at night, I hear a faint scritch, scritch, scritch coming from the vents in my apartment. I think I brought something back with me. Or maybe the reflection that left the booth wasn't me at all.